literally not done. So like to be honest, what really happened is we were like, we're gonna show the movie, and the studio was like, no, you're gonna show 20 minutes. So we're like, no, we're gonna show the movie, and they're like, it's not done. And I was like, shoot. They're like, if everything's not perfect and it's not done, and what if we're gonna change things? I was like, we want it to go. I literally brought the movie with me on the airplane. Like I have like a folder with like a
Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds, Hollywood's golden couple, are facing what could be the biggest scandal of their careers. A $400 million lawsuit tied to their latest film has exploded into a courtroom battle filled with accusations of power plays, smear campaigns, and stolen creative control. And now, with a federal judge ruling against them, insiders are saying this could mark the end of their Hollywood dominance. At the heart of this controversy is Justin Baldoni, the director and producer of It Ends With Us, who claims Lively and Reynolds conspired to take over the project. But in a dramatic legal twist, Lively has fired back with a $250 million countersuit, accusing Baldoni of creating a hostile work environment and waging a smear campaign to destroy her reputation.
All right, to begin, let's start with the end. The conclusion here, I have said this since before, long before this ever broke out between her and Justin Baldoni, that we have to compartmentalize. Blake Lively is not a good person. So no matter what happens in this lawsuit, no matter who wins in the end, do not let it distract you from the fact that she has proven herself not to be a kind person.
She doesn't want Brian Friedman to depose her because of unspecified statements that he's made about her. You mean like when he said that they had plans to sue her into oblivion?
Primarily, people don't like to work with Blake Lively. I can also tell you personally, back when I was an intern at Glamour magazine, working under an editor, she said the most difficult person that she has ever worked with and the rudest person that she had ever worked with was Blake Lively.
Hey there. So who's really telling the truth? And will this legal firestorm take down one of Hollywood's most powerful couples? All began with It Ends With Us, the highly anticipated film adaptation of Colleen Hoover's best-selling novel. With a built-in fan base, the film was expected to be a blockbuster, until everything fell apart. Blake Lively, who was cast in the lead role, allegedly took over the production in ways that went far beyond her job as an actress. According to Baldoni and his team, Lively rewrote scenes, controlled wardrobe decisions, and even made unauthorized edits to the film. But the biggest shock? She allegedly screened an unfinished version of the movie without permission, breaking strict Hollywood studio policies. But that was just the beginning. When the film's marketing faced backlash, particularly over its tone-deaf handling of domestic violence themes, Lively reportedly shifted the blame to Baldoni and his production company, Wayfarer Studios. That's when the lawsuit started flying. Baldoni claims that after tensions escalated, Lively and Reynolds orchestrated a smear campaign against him, even allegedly leaking damaging accusations to the New York Times.
A lot of it's my real-life clothes or my husband's clothes or my girlfriend Gigi's clothes. I was borrowing some...
Wait, that's kind of amazing. So you have something of Gigi's in the movie.
Yeah, it's like a wedding, like something old, something borrowed, something blue, something new.
Wait, which one? Now I want to think of the scene.
Oh, I'm wearing her stuff all over it.
Oh, really?
Tons of like Bodhi, which is with the suit now that I'm wearing is Bodhi. It was meant for my husband, but I borrowed it.
His suit?
It was meant for him to wear, but it's so pretty. Look at it. You guys are not getting it in the shot. It's a bit of a tough adjustment in our house, but it's good. I mean, I have two other daughters, so my oldest is very into the baby, but my middle child, not so much. But we're thinking of keeping her.
Does she like play with her? What does she think?
Well, she sort of like pretends to play with her. So like in the beginning, our oldest is like loving on her, and she's like very maternal, and then our middle daughter is just keeps away from her.
As a result, Baldoni lost his agent, his podcast, and multiple film deals, a career-altering fallout that left him fighting to clear his name. Lively, on the other hand, filed a countersuit, claiming that Baldoni's set was a toxic work environment and that she was subjected to harassment and mistreatment. She is suing for $250 million, arguing that Baldoni and his team have actively tried to destroy her reputation. At the center of it all? The film rights to the sequel, It Starts With Us, which Baldoni's team believes Lively and Reynolds were secretly trying to acquire. The courtroom battle has been fierce, and Lively's legal team pushed for a gag order, an extreme request that would silence Baldoni's lawyers and prevent further leaks to the press. But in a shocking turn of events, a federal judge rejected Lively's request, handing Baldoni a huge legal victory. This decision means Baldoni's team can continue publicly releasing evidence, including emails, text messages, and behind-the-scenes footage that reportedly contradict Lively's claims.
Bombshell, and this time it is pertaining to the New York Times. Amazing that you're not going to believe this, okay? It looks like Justin Baldoni may have a very strong case against the New York Times. I know for a fact that the mainstream media will lie and they will smear on behalf of their powerful friend.
As if Blake Lively too?
Into oblivion, Megan. Wait till you see this lawsuit.
Oh boy. Well, for what?
Full of evidence, admissions, documents, which prove exactly what she did and how she bullied her way through the process to take over the movie. Agent will be part of this lawsuit. That was Blake Lively's. Blake Lively will be sued, and we're carefully considering other people that will be sued also, and some of
Ryan
it will come
Reynolds?
as a surprise.
More vulnerable moving forward. Even worse for Lively and Reynolds, the judge warned that if this drama continues to spiral, the trial could be pushed up from 2026 to an earlier date, giving them less time to strategize their defense. Insiders are now questioning, is this the beginning of the end for Hollywood's favorite power couple? For years, Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds have built a reputation as Hollywood's most charming and marketable duo.
All right, to begin, let's start with the end. The conclusion here, I have said this since before, long before this ever broke out between her and Justin Baldoni, that we have to compartmentalize. Blake Lively is not a good person. So no matter what happens in this lawsuit, no matter who wins in the end, do not let it distract you from the fact that she has proven herself not to be a kind person.
She doesn't want Brian Friedman to depose her because of unspecified statements that he's made about her. You mean like when he said that they had plans to sue her into oblivion?
But primarily, people don't like to work with Blake Lively. I can also tell you personally, back when I was an intern at Glamour magazine, working under an editor, she said the most difficult person that she has ever worked with and the rudest person that she had ever worked with was Blake Lively.
Hey there.